Hello artists, today I'm going to show you how to shade a Kevin Lyons style monster with pencil crayons and finish it off with a cartoony outline. Alright, so let's dig right in. The colors I'm going to use today are yellow, kind of a limey green, and a dark green. Alright, and what we're going to do is going to do kind of a fade going from like top to bottom, and I'm going to have some shadows on the bottom. So here I've already got a rough sketch. You can see how like loose and sketchy it is. I don't really care about the details too much. It's just an underdrawing so far, and I'm going to dive right into my sketching. So I want to make sure that I have neat sketching, that I'm using strong pressure at the top so I get big bright colors, and here we go. So I'm going to start with yellow at the top. All right, so I'm kind of using a line technique, kind of like doubling back on myself. You can see my pencil's kind of doing little loops. And press really hard at the top so I get full saturation, it's called. Bam. Okay, so I'm going to bring that color down. I'm going to avoid the eyes because those are going to be black later. But if I go into them a little bit to get that look, that's totally fine. All right. And notice as I'm going down, I'm starting to ease up on my pressure a little bit, so it's a little bit lighter, okay? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer or transition into my next color as I go down. So next I'm going to pick this one up, all right? I'm going to start light at first with my green, and then I'm going to go into my yellow zone. Boom. All right, going to bring it up. Going to go down. So I'm keeping it light at first because on this technique, what I'm going for is kind of a layer blended look. So while I pressed hard at the top where it was only yellow, I want to layer two colors on top of each other in the middle. All right, so this is just my under layer first. Got these random hairs. I'm going to do some random hairs of different colors there. Okay, so this is just my first layer here. Really rough outline, get it lined up there. And then I'm going to grab my last color, which is my dark green, and I'm going to start at the bottom. Now, because I'm starting at the bottom here, and this is only going to be dark green at the bottom, I'm going to start really pressing really hard to get that nice saturation. All right, we're going to do that more as we build up our layers, okay? So I'm going to go really dark towards the bottom, light towards the top. All right, I'm avoiding the legs. There we go. Building up that color. Now I'm going to ease up on the pressure as I get into that limey green area. I'm going to start to blend them together. Oh, that looks so good. All right, starting to look at that even color. All right, and so now once I've got all three colors kind of roughly laid in there, I'm going to start to get a transition going by going back over with my limey green. Now I'm going to start to press a little harder, going in little circles, and notice how the colors are kind of blending together a little now that I've got the dark green and the limey green, and getting more saturation in color. All right, now on the bottom curves, I'm going to start to add a few more details. So here I've got a curve here. I'm going to start to add a bit of a dark green shadow here. And bottom here, same thing. So I'm going to start to add some details. Underneath the mouth, I'm going to add a little bit of dark green shadow. Over here, I'm going to add a bit of dark green, just slightly. Starts to give you a bit more of a 3D look. All right, so it's not just a flat fade. You got a bit of a 3D. I'm even going to bring a bit of green into here to make it 3D. All right, and now I'm going to add some details. We're going to bring that curve into the shape so it doesn't look like it's just on the outside of the shape. Just like that. And keep on going with the dark saturation on the bottom. like that. All right, so there you go. I'm not going to finish shading the whole thing. I just wanted to show you some of the techniques, and after that I've got a black Sharpie. You could use a black pen or even a black pencil crayon. What I'm going to do is start to go over top of my lines with that color. And over here. This is where you can clean up your design with different weights of line, so a thicker line. You'll notice that that black outline really finishes it, takes it from that sketchy look to much more like of a finished cartoon style. And there you have it. Yellow, lime green, dark green, black outline. There I've got my shaded monster. Give it a try.